Oops, I guess we are recording. I didn't hear the beep. Day 27, May 7th. Back on trail. Had a nice short stay in Erwin. This morning I walked 1.5 miles down to the city barber shop where I got a haircut from Barber. That's his trail name. He hiked a couple years ago from Springer up to Erwin. Got off trail and took over a barber business from a guy who'd been there 48 years. Haircut was supposed to be 12 bucks, but he only charged me 5, so I paid it forward and paid the 7 bucks for our shuttle this morning for 3 people. What can I say? Here's my new haircut. I'm feeling human. Pretty nice day, kind of muggy. I'm probably, I don't know how many miles I'm going to do today. I'd like to do at least 10. And then find a place to camp somewhere. There's a shelter around 5 miles in, but that's too short. I want to keep going. Things are going great. Once again, I bought way too much food in town, so my pack is super heavy. Plus, I'm carrying 2 liters of water. But I'll just have to start eating. Make my pack lighter. I've got about an 80-mile stretch to go to Hampton, which I think is in Virginia. So Tennessee will be short-lived, and pretty soon I'll be in Virginia. Woo! And I'll get to Damascus and I can pick up my shoes and my new sweats that I ordered. I love these little water sources where it bubbles right out of the rocks. And also you can see rhododendron leaf is the common way for people to make a little stream where they can stick their bottle under to fill up. Part of the trail crew doing trail maintenance. This guy was right on the trail. I just about stepped on him. I don't know what hiker was hauling this on his or her back, but that's a little excessive. Just clean your clothes when you get to town. Good morning. I believe today is day 28. That means hypothetical Reed, who is on schedule, is up around mile 500, and here I am in the mid 300s. So I'm going to try to reel him in a little bit. I'm going to try to do 22 miles today. And the trail right now is going south, the wrong direction, which is frustrating, but I take solace in the fact that I know it's going to turn itself around and go north eventually. It has to. So off we go today, try to get 22 in. That'll be the most I've done on this trip on the AT, but not the most I've ever done. I consistently pulled 25s on the Colorado Trail, so I'm confident now that I got my trail legs, I can do it. I just got to got to get going, walk a brisker pace, start earlier. I started a little before 7:30 this morning. So I'm going to put the camera away and kick it into high gear. Day 29, May 9th. That's where I camped last night. There's a shelter up top above 6,000 feet. It's the highest shelter on the AT. And I must say the most mouse infested shelter. They were scurrying around all night. Chewed a couple things of mine, but not too bad. It's a beautiful morning. Trying to do another 22 today. I haven't looked at the map yet to see where that puts me. Very pretty through here. Thought I'd mention that I did get my 22 miles in, made it to the shelter yesterday, and I did it at greater than 2 miles per hour. So I was very happy about that. Trail's been rough this morning, but now I'm on a pretty smooth section, so I'm gonna try to kick it into a higher gear and make up some time. Oh, at mile 16, I crossed the highway. There was a hostel 0.3 miles away. They had all these marketing signs. Cold beer, ice cream, popsicles. You don't know how hard it was to take a quick break, cross the highway, and continue on up the trail for 6 more miles. But I'm done with the uphill, walking the flats, and then it's downhill all the way to the campsite. So I feel pretty good. I'm hoping to camp out away from any shelter or other human beings and get a good night's sleep, unlike last night when I only got about 20 minutes sleep because I was on mouse patrol, keeping them from chewing all my stuff. This obviously used to be a road. Makes for good walking. Good morning. Day 30, May 10th. Slept pretty well last night. I was in a grassy meadow. The only pad there was taken by somebody else, so I just kind of camped out in the tall grass. The only problem with that is everything was wet this morning, and my tent and my bug bivvy had little slugs all over them. So it took me about an extra 30 minutes to get going this morning because I had to de-slug them, basically flick them off one at a time. So that was rather disgusting. So I got all packed up and got the heck out of Dodge and came up into the forest where it's drier and just took a break to eat some breakfast. And now it's about 8:30 and I'm continuing on. I'm hoping to go about 20 miles, get to a shelter. That will stage me for getting into Hampton, Tennessee tomorrow, either by a 1 mile approach trail that I will walk, or I'll press on another 6 or 7 miles and go to the highway and hitch. The only problem with that is it's up and over a mountain, so it's like a 2,000 foot elevation gain in 2 miles, which is pretty steep. So I haven't decided yet. Pretty little forest trail. From looking at the elevation profile today, it should be an easier hiking day than yesterday. Yesterday I had a bunch of rock scrambles and big ups and downs. So hopefully that's the case. Looking at a map can kind of help you, but it really doesn't show you the true nature of the trail until you're actually out there doing it. It's 4:30 in the afternoon. I'm walking the 2 miles to the shelter. Then I've got a mile to the side trail that takes me to town. And then I'm heading into town. So 4 miles. And then I'll be in Hampton, Tennessee. Very small town. There's only one hostel. I have no idea if they have any rooms or not. I'm just taking a chance. Hopefully I'll get a private room, otherwise a bunk. Otherwise, if they're full, I'll tent out. And then just a quick resupply, and I expect to be back on the trail tomorrow.